Welcome to Scrolls, the game. This is the introductory video to Scrolls and the mechanics and such. You probably already know that it's a deck building game. You probably already know that it involves playing scrolls and creatures and a board. But let's get into the nuts and bolts mechanics of how to play the game itself. And we'll do that through the tutorial. And I wanted to do this because you're probably either new to the game or you heard beta was coming, and so I thought it'd be good to update one of these tutorial videos because there's been a lot of them. It's just I don't think I've seen one recently, especially since beta's here, and I'm really excited, and I want to show off to everybody this awesome game so that they can be ready to jump right in. So we'll start with the tutorial. We'll just dig in, and we'll see what happens. How about that? I don't know if you can hear the music or not. Anyway, let me get my narrator voice on. Me. Okay. Bah! Another young fool wishing to learn the way of the scrolls. I see. Another sheep eagerly making its way to the slaughter. Click to continue. Boop. Very well. Listen up, little one. I teach you the basics. But then you are on your own. In order to cast your scrolls, you need to pay their resource costs. You get resources by sacrificing scrolls! Exclamation point, because I'm very excited. Scrolls! Anyway, so click one of your scrolls and then click the green growth icon. Clicking my scroll. Clicking the green growth icon. Growth. Boom. As you can see, you now have one growth resources. Your resources will replenish at the beginning of each of your turns. So you can see down here, this is how many we have to spend every turn, and this is how many we have left to spend on this turn. Okay. Now it's time for you to use your resources. Click your Ragged Wolf. Scroll, then choose a place for it on your side of the board. You can see any place that it can go is highlighted. So it can go currently anywhere on the board. We're going to stick it right in the middle, just to make it easy. Now click the wolf and let's have a look at its numbers. Is he a pirate? I don't know what voice I'm doing there. Anyway, the first number is attack. This shows how much damage it will deal when attacking. So 1 point from this Ragged Wolf. The middle number is the countdown. This shows how often it will attack. A counter to 1 means it's attacking each turn. So you can see he has an attack of 2, which means he's going to attack every other turn. And you'll be able to see that on the creature. You don't have to just remember that. So the rightmost number is its health, showing how much damage it can take before it is destroyed. And one thing to note is damage is not cumulative, so our damage is cumulative, so any damage it takes in one turn carries over to the next. So plan accordingly. And as you must have understood, the big yellow number at the top is the resource cost needed to summon it. So we see up here, it costs 1 growth. And so this is the kind of resource it takes, and this is how much of that resource. So it's not that it costs a growth and 1, it's that it's 1 growth. Also note that when clicking a creature, you can move it to a nearby tile. So I can click this guy, and then I can move him. You see these arrows point to these tiles that he can move. Creatures can move 1 space per turn, and they can move on any turn, so even the turn they come into play. The unit's countdown increases by 1 at the beginning of every round. When it reaches 0, it will attack, and that's at the start of each of your turns. It's going to decrease by 1. Unless the rules on the scroll state otherwise, the creature will attack in a straight line towards your opponent's idol. So, boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. The Ragged Wolf you just summoned has haste, meaning it will attack the turn it was summoned. Now click the hourglass icon at the bottom left of your screen to end your turn and begin your attack. So ending your turn starts your attack phase. There's nothing you can do after you attack. So that is something to note. And there's nothing you can currently do on your opponent's turn either. So it's all your actions are specifically limited to your turn. So I'm gonna end my turn. And you can see my guy just got a little bit smaller, and then he got a little bigger. It says, I too will summon a unit, although I will not summon a creature like you. I choose to summon a structure. So this is the structure he summoned. It cost him 1 energy. So this is different than growth, but it's a structure. So structures may be very useful. Also, my useless contraption is good for nothing but blocking attacks. Oh, although my useless contraption is good for nothing but blocking attacks. Reading for the win. Some have powerful abilities. Some do have powerful abilities, for the record. But you can see no attack, no countdown, 4 health. So it can take a couple hits, but that's about all it can do. One thing you should know about structures is that they cannot move, so think twice before choosing where to place them. So, you've been warned. Structure, it says structure right here. Cannot move. Apart from units, creatures and structures. So we have units, which are creatures, structures. Scrolls can either be enchantments or spells. Enchantments are placed on units, making them better or worse. So you can place them either on your units or your opponent's units. Spells can do lots of different stuff. Basically, you have to read the rules on each scroll. So each scroll that is a spell is going to have some ability. It's going to be a one-shot ability that just you use it and then you lose it. I will soon give you 6 scrolls so you can keep sacrificing and summoning, but first I must tell you this. You will get 1 new scroll per turn and may only sacrifice 1 per turn. So that sacrifice thing we did to get these resources, that counted as my sacrifice for the turn. Sacrificing is a very, very, very big part of the game, and you will want to be doing that more or less every turn. There's very rare instances where you won't want to sacrifice, but for the most part, be sacrificing every turn. Also, you may choose to sacrifice the scroll to get 2 new ones. Just click the scroll icon instead of the resource icon. And we saw that next to the resource icon, so I'll show you that again though. What else? Oh, of course, I almost forgot the most important part. How to win a match. As you can see, we have 5 idols each by the edge of the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These have 10 health each. To win a match, you will need to destroy 3 out of my 5 idols. Sounds simple enough, doesn't it? So, I've got to kill 3 of these before he takes out 3 of mine. One pro tip, let's go ahead and hold control. You can see, if I hold control, I can see all the stats at once. I can see that this guy's attack is still 1, his health is still 2, but his countdown's set to 1. So that means on my next turn he is attacking. Right now we have 1 resource, so let's go ahead and do something about that. Let's see, we've got a junkyard. Junkyard's a structure. It's going to give me no attack, obviously, but it'd be a 3 health wall. And then it has this ability, which we won't worry about. We've got a Kinfolk Veteran, who has haste like that Ragged Wolf, but he costs 5 because he's going to deal 3 damage every 2 turns, and he has 4 health. And he has a sweet helmet. So now we've got a spell, which we haven't seen yet. A spell called Crimson Bull. It's going to give all units you control +2 attack until the end of the turn. And you note that that says units, that also means structures. So that's very interesting. It costs 2 though, and it is a spell, so it only happens once and then it's gone. This Bear Paw though, it's an enchantment, so it's cost 2 as well. It's going to give 1 unit +2 attack and then +2 health. But then when Bear Paw comes into play, that unit's countdown is going to get bumped up by 1 just for that turn. It's not set, its maximum is not set to 1, it just gets an additional 1. And then we get ourselves the Sisters of the Fox as well, which is a creature. It's kind of weak, it only has 1 attack, and only has 1 health, and it only attacks every 2 turns. But when it comes into play, we get to draw another scroll. So I think that's what we're going to play. We're going to pitch this Junkyard. We're going to put out the Sisters of the Fox. We're going to put it in front of this Ragged Wolf so that we can protect it. And we're going to click on that. Oh, we get a Great Wolf. Cool. And we're going to click on that Ragged Wolf, and we're going to push him back so that he can hide in the corner. And you can see we got a Great Wolf. He's got a cost of 5. He's a Beast Wolf as well. And he gets +1 attack for each wolf I control. And you can see he's got +3 attack, 2 countdown, and 5 health. So, pretty good. We're going to go ahead and pass the turn though. Get things started. As you can see, our opponent played out another structure. We're at 2 resources because our turn is starting again. I think we're going to pitch this this Bear Paw. Hold on to that Crimson Bowl. Can't really cast anything but that Crimson Bowl, but I want to hold on to that. So pass the turn and be on our merry way. A Raider, cool, Gravelock Raider. Creature, 1 attack, 2 countdown, 2 health. Pretty basic. Okay. Let's go ahead and use the sacrifice ability. We'll hold control first to see what stat-wise. We've got this Sisters of the Fox attacking this turn, and then that's about it. So let's go ahead and let's get rid of this veteran, even though he's really good. I think we'll play out the Great Wolf. We're going to slide the Sisters of the Fox back. We're going to put down this Brother of the Wolf to protect our team, because you can see he's got 4 health. He attacks for 3 damage every 2 turns. And then he also has a special ability that when his countdown is 0, essentially on the turn he's going to attack, you can use this ability to summon another Ragged Wolf onto the board instead. So that's a cool ability that we'll try and remember, and let's see if we can get some use out of it. Looks like our opponent's not going to do anything for his turn because he's super scared of us because we're pretty awesome. We're going to pitch this Junkyard again, or a Junkyard. We're going to put out this Great Wolf. We'll slide him. We'll put him here, and actually, you know, I think I want to move him, so we'll just go ahead and do some shifting and just put him right there because we can. Success. Look at us go. Still, our opponent's not doing anything to us, so we're not super worried. I think so. We have 5 resources. We got a Champion's Ring, just an enchantment that's going to give a 1 unit plus 2 attack. I think we're going to get rid of that and draw a couple scrolls. Okay, so we get these 2 Kinfolk Braves. I think we're going to put both of these Kinfolk Braves down. We'll put them right there on either side. And then we will, let's see, what do we want to do? We're going to move this Great Wolf over so that our Sisters of the Fox can attack that middle lane. Alright, passing the turn. Our opponent is going to run away, and he's going to put out a Machine Priest, which has a bunch of text, which you can read right now if you would like. Essentially, he's going to help out structures, so pretty cool. As you can see, we've got a lot of guys that are attacking this turn, and then I think this would be a perfect time to use that Crimson Bowl. But let's do some other stuff before we get there. I think I'm going to let this Champion's Ring go again, and I'm going to cast out this Ranger's Bane. Not because I think I need to, but because I think it would be good to show you guys casting an enchantment on an opponent. So enchanted creature becomes poison for 3 rounds is what Ranger's Bane does for 2 growth. Let's go ahead and cast that right here on this Gravelock Raider. So now he's poisoned. You can see the status is now on the side here, and it says unit takes 1 damage at the beginning of the owner's turn, and there's 3 more rounds on that, so it's going to happen until he's dead, hopefully. But we've still got 3 more to cast. Let's go ahead and use this Crimson Bowl. There we go. It's going to buff my team up super big. And I think that it's going to be all we do for this turn. You know, let's go ahead and cast this. No, let's just go ahead and end our turn. Boop. So put in some attacks. Deal lots of damage. Pretty good, and we took out an idol. Huzzah! Oh, happy day. That Raider's going to attack our idol. Take it down a point. We're not super worried about that. Oh, this is neat. So we get this Gravehawk. Now this Gravehawk, for each Gravelock, each of your Gravelocks, Gravehawk gains 1 attack. So the same thing as this Great Wolf, except for it works on Gravelocks. It's nice because there actually aren't any Gravelocks in growth, so that this card sort of promotes hybrid decks, which is a real thing that you can do. So we're going to pitch this Dryadic Power, and you can see what we did there. We used the Sacrifice for Scrolls ability instead of the Sacrifice for Resources. We'll go ahead and move some stuff over. Since this lane is dead now, we don't really care about it. So we'll put out our Gravehawk, and then we'll put out another Kinfolk Brave. There we go. And we can't cast any of these. You can see we only have one resource left, but we're going to do some damage. Huzzah. Now that Gravelock up top died from that last poison from that Ranger's Bane. Leeching Ring we're going to pass on. Okay. Where are we at? It looks like we've got quite a bit of damage we can deal. Let's go ahead and cast another Sisters of the Fox, though. Draw a scroll. Okay. Can't cast that this turn, but we'll be sure to get that next turn. If there is one. Alright, let's do this. We'll leave them alone, actually. Move our team over. Since they're essentially doing 8 points of damage, we'd rather have that on this idol instead of this one that has 2 health. Move that Ragged Wolf over, and we'll give him a Dryadic Power. Now, Dryadic Power makes it so that he has 2 attack, which is enough to take out this idol. But it also makes it so that you can see he's now unable to move. So, kind of a good thing, but now he's stuck there and he can't join in any other fights. We'll put a Buried Paw down while we're at it. We'll just put that right there for some extra protection. And we'll pass the turn. There we go. Look at that. Two more health and that idol is done, and we are victorious. So, as you can see, we've got the win on the board right now. Let's go ahead and just do as much decimation as possible, though. Oh, can we move that guy? Yeah, we can move that guy. We'll do some sliding. We'll sacrifice again for some resources, or I'm sorry, for some scrolls. We get two walls, which we really don't care about. We're going to put this Champion's Ring down on this Gravehawk. It's going to give her 3 attack. And then we're just going to pass the turn and let the carnage unfold. Destruction. Huzzah. So there you go, guys. I hope you learned something. I hope you got excited about scrolls. And I hope you come back. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, do all that nonsense. Until next time.